Well, I've taken a few minutes to stop crying, so that's cool.
Why were you crying? To get hit in the nuts?
No, because my wallet got hit in the nuts.
Ah.
I think it's bad now. So much shit got posted up and released today, and the sad part is, if it had all been available, I'd have been trying to order it all,
What do you
and
mean?
then I would have got pissed 6 months from now when I saw how much money I spent.
Let me get that. We'll get going. Where are we at? Here. God damn it! Why are you popping up? Don't fucking talk to me. All right.
We look
Cool.
live.
So, welcome to Collector's Hideout, the podcast where people get together, talk shit about different things, and have a good time to get away from the stress and bullshit of the real world. Uh, Tonight, I'm joined by, as usual, Mr. Psycho. How you doing?
Trying to escape the stress and bullshit of the real world, but dealing with the stress and bullshit from SDCC.
I get that. And Shellhead Tony, how are you, sir?
Doing well. Got some good news today.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. What happened?
No, keep going. Keep going. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm so intrigued. Okay, so
More scared than intrigued.
tonight is July 23rd. It is the official first full day of San Diego Comic Con. We had preview night last night, and then today was the first full day. It's technically still going on right now because it's only 6 o'clock over there. And wow, we got a bunch of people in here already. Holy shit! What's going on, Joe? How you doing, brother? NECA King, NECA King's here early. He usually comes in towards the end. Okay.
He was excited.
And we've also got Diaz. What's going on, Diaz? How you doing, man?
What up,
So
D?
we've had a lot of stuff come out from San Diego Comic Con already. We've still got at least one more day because most companies show reveals usually Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday. Some go into Saturday, but the big companies usually done by Friday. And there's been some great things shown that I'm really fucking excited for. There's been some shit shown. And then there's also been some more confusion added on top of the bullshit going on with Ninja Turtles. There's been no black and white, clear, this is it, fuck it, this is what's going on. It's still like very vague, no info. So, where did you guys like to start?
I mean, I want to start with the thing that you're not going to talk a lot about anyway, but I'm curious to hear your opinion on it. What'd you think of the Hot Toys Queen Alien reveal? Did you look at it at least? Like, do you have an opinion on it?
It looks amazing. I will never own it, but it does look fucking amazing.
I saw when they announced it. I'm like, okay, this thing looks cool, and I don't know if you saw the actual display, but the display has the Queen Alien with the power loader, and I'm like, okay, that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's oh Jesus Christ, it's bad. Oh,
They say that the Queen Alien is 21 or 20 inches, 22 inches tall, and then like 22 inches long as well from front to back.
damn right.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah.
Very big bitch. So, yes, no, I'll never own it, but it does look great. Now, do we just want to jump into the bullshit? Like, just dive fucking head first, rip the band-aid off?
Sure.
I actually poured a drink tonight for just this specific conversation. I feel like you should know that.
Ooh, Tony's off the wagon. All
Nope,
right.
he's not off the wagon. He's just prepared for the bullshit tonight.
He's back on the wagon.
So, all right. Well, let's start off light. Tony was not impressed with Hasbro and the fucking build that they tried to do for Ghostbuster announcement.
That was trash.
Tony
That was
not even-
absolutely trash.
Now, granted, if it was anything other than an Ecto Glow Firehouse, Tony would have said it was trash. So
Agreed.
remember this. But they did announce that, or they put up for pre-order, 2 figures of Louis Tully and Janine from the real Ghostbusters that were never in the first series, and now we're getting into the first series.
Yep.
Tony doesn't like Ghostbusters, and it wasn't a firehouse that glowed, but I ordered them. Well, Psycho ordered them for me because I couldn't order them because I'm not a fucking member of whatever the hell. I'm in agreement with Tony though. I feel like with what they were trying to do, I feel like it could have been something bigger and better. I'm excited to get them, but it was definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting something a little more grand or just more in general. Because then they also showed the little ectoplasm canisters that come with little muscle
Yep.
figures.
Yeah.
Which at first I was like, okay, that's cool. You get a case of 12 canisters, $90. I'm like, all right, that's $7.50 a canister, which that's a little high for like a blind box, right? But then I was watching one of the things, and apparently there's no slime in them at all. And each canister holds 6 characters. So you buy that one case, you get all 72 minifigures. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. I can see people doing it. I'm going to step out on it. I'm not going to get into it. But I can see people doing at least they come up to like $1.25 a piece for a little fucking character. Mathematically, okay, it makes sense. It's nothing insane. But still, I wish it was something bigger, better for this announcement they've been teasing for a month. Just that. What do you got, Psycho? Tony's face says all what he's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that, as you already said, the build-up seemed like it was going to be something substantial. And then they had that huge case that's on display that has a bunch of vintage stuff in it. So I was like, okay, well, they're going to talk about role play, real Ghostbuster stuff like we had talked about on Tuesday, because they had a bunch of that in the case. And it's like, okay, well, you're showing all these things. That means maybe you're going to have this stuff. And then they had a very prominent Firehouse, and most people have been asking for a re-release of the Firehouse. So it's like, okay, there's going to be something huge. And then it was those figures. I thought the canister figures were cool, but I don't know that I'm going to get them. I definitely, Janine and Louis Tully are definitely something I got to get, but I don't know. I don't want to say it's lackluster because we've gone years getting no Ghostbuster stuff at all, right? But it kind of feels like these things sell and they should have offered more.
I think what we're running into, and I mean, anybody who thinks differently, correct me if they feel like I'm wrong or what they feel about it. I think what Hasbro is doing is that they don't know what to do with Ghostbusters, and they're watching Mondo do what they should be doing, and they can't do it. Because Mondo is killing it with Ghostbusters. And we'll segue into that because that was probably one of the biggest things so far that I've seen that I was like, holy crap, I'm excited for it. Because with Ghostbusters at Mondo, they showed off. We already knew about Lewis and Grundle, right? We already knew about those two.
Yep.
But they showed off the actual figures. I don't know the other 2 characters. 2 other characters that come in, I think, with them in the pack. 2 smaller characters. I don't remember their names. But then they went off and showed off People Busters. It looks like a People Busters 3-pack, and then another People Buster in a 2-pack with another small character. And those look insanely sick, which I'll have to get those. But the biggest news from them is that they showed off the goddamn Ecto 1. So they're doing a real Ghostbuster Ecto 1/6 scale. And I'm not even afraid to say that I can damn near guarantee that when it comes out, it'll I can guarantee it's going to be better than the HasLab. That thing is going to be sick as shit. It's going to be more expensive than the HasLab. I'm positive about as well. But I think that thing's going to be better than the HasLab from Hasbro. No?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be amazing, but the price tag is not going to be amazing.
Now, what do you think would be a realistic price for that?
I want to say it's probably going to have to start at least $5. I probably closer to $550.
It won't be any more than what Panther went for. Panther was $550. It's a 1/6 scale cat. Even though it's going to come with the accessories and so on and so forth, I think it'll be $550 just to keep the price point a little realistic. Worst case scenario, they proved me completely wrong and it's $600. But as far as like the Hasbro stuff was concerned, just really fast, I've been more excited for a DoorDash delivery. That shit was totally like disappointing, just absolutely just draining when I saw it come up. I'm like, there's more, right? There's more, right? And nothing else came up, and I'm like, oh, cool. That does nothing for me. And I think of all things, they could have come up with, quite a few other, even if they didn't do. And you're right. I had already manifested in my brain that they were going to make the Ectoglow Firehouse, but I think they could have done a bunch of other things besides fucking ectoplasm muscle men. That was a waste of a product, and that was just a way to say they put something else out, in my opinion.
That's why I think that the
Ecto like they did that essentially to kind of keep the. What was that?
I said that picture right there says everything about why I think the Ecto one's going to be so expensive. It's got a whole nother front end, right? Like, and we haven't even seen the back of it. What's in the back? Like, what
There's
else?
A picture.
With it? So
there was a picture of the back. And they had Egon at the back. The Ecto 3 is really cool, and it comes with a Slimer with the helmet sitting in the sidecar. That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they've hinted at it over the past year. They've also, I know you guys don't watch some of the other podcasts, but the guy Attack Peter, people keep saying in their cast, like, oh, I'm just going to get a cardboard cutout of the Firehouse to put my display. And his response to that is, don't do that shit. Think bigger. Think bigger. Don't use cardboard. So hinting that they're going to do something with the Firehouse. What it will be, if it be a facade, no, but they've been teasing that for about 5 months.
They could do a platform. It could be just like, I mean, remember NECA, right? So NECA turns around and they make that, that small street scene kind of thing. And then we've got a big cardboard backdrop. You can do the same thing for Ghostbusters. They can make a platformed Firehouse with a cardboard backing just to give you enough of the illusion of the Firehouse without having to spend, one, all the plastic, and two, it would fit in a box pretty easily because everything could just be something you click together, and the cardboard part could be something that unfolds. So now you fit it down in a smaller box. So, everything about it gets more compact and easier to ship and easier to sell, and the price point's more affordable.
I think Mondo could get away with it. Some companies, they try and pride themselves on, we're doing a scale. It's all about scale. You got to make sure it's right. It's got to fit this and that, which is why I think if Hasbro really tried to, people would want a Hasbro Firehouse to fit the Ecto one, which would be massive and not practical. But that's what people would expect. But I think Mondo, at least like you said, if anything, a facade. There's a big ass 3-foot facade, whatever, and you could put it up and do it as whatever the hell you want. They could get away with something and not have it scale, because you don't need to put the goddamn thing in. People would want to, and people would bitch and moan because it's the internet and we know that. But they could get away with it.
I mean, I don't think it's any different than Damien's had it 2 or 3 times now. It's not Little People. Whatever the I say the more childish version they made for all the Ghostbusters things. They had like the car, and you get Ecto 1 and Ecto 1A, and then they had the Firehouse, and they had all like different little play sets and
the Playmobil.
Yeah. Playmobiles. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that was the way that firehouse was. It wasn't I mean, it was a solid plastic piece, but it wasn't enclosed that opened up. It was just a side facade. You could see everything inside. It was just an open plastic platformed thing, which if Mondo wanted to, they could absolutely do. And again, they don't have to have a huge box. It's just everything that they have to keep building. You know, somebody would take it apart and put all the, or open the box and put all the plastic pieces to build up the, you know, the firehouse or whatever without having to, you know, have some crazy ass box that it got shipped in. I mean, Mondo doesn't seem to care about box sizes and shit. I mean, the Shiro one was freaking huge, but
Yeah.
I'm talking for
I
like
saw it at your house. That thing was massive.
price point and shipping. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, even the Jaws one I'm looking at, that thing was, that's 2 feet by 2 feet or whatever. The box is huge.
But just to answer Gustavo, the thing, Gustavo, to fit a hat, to make a HasLab to fit the cars into it, I've done the math on it before. That car is like 2.5 feet long. You would need essentially like one of my fucking displays back here. Like you have to go from the bottom up to like the third rack over
Yeah.
to make like a in scale one, and like, it'd just be too goddamn big.
Yeah.
You could look at thousands of dollars, and nobody would buy that. Well, somebody would buy it, but barely anybody would buy it. People would cry about it and say that it should be cheaper, but it wouldn't happen. But we could continue on the Mondo train, right? Because I know Mondo showed some shit that Tony's very excited about. Turtles?
What did they do?
Mondo Turtles. You don't give a shit about that?
No, I didn't hear what you said. I didn't. All I heard.
No, I said they revealed some shit that you're very excited about.
Oh, like the Turtles?
Yes.
Dude, there's a bunch of shit. So I just kept texting because I kept getting, or kept seeing all the freaking different things they were coming out with, man. The goddamn the Ecto was one of them. I gotta look back and see, man. I just kept sending things out. Definitely for sure. I mean, I feel like every time we turned around, oh, the foot soldier. They're doing a Mondo foot soldier. There's a Bebop and a Rocksteady on set for next year. I don't know if there's any good pictures of those per se. The Shredder looked amazing.
Art, but I don't even see, they don't have like the pictures from the Mondo panel up yet.
Yeah, I don't see any of that. I just saw the images people had loaded. I found those online with the foot soldiers. They're getting ready to do Mortal Kombat. I mean,
1/6 scale. Thank God I'm out. But Jesus Christ,
you say that till they come out and you're like, damn, these things are badass. And then they're doing the they have the Mondo's doing the, excuse me, Cobra Khan. They're doing him, the green snake, one of the snake men. Yep. He looks goddamn amazing.
Isn't that King Hiss?
Huh?
Isn't that King Hiss?
No, Cobra Khan.
Oh.
He is a snake man. He's not like the snake man. Yeah, there's different ones. Like there's Cobra Khan, there is a King Hiss, there's Ratlor. Just they're all snake people. I don't know why they don't just call them snake people, but yeah, I mean, just
you forgot to hit your glasses on that one.
Oh, I apologize. They almost fell. And yeah, I mean, I gotta give Mondo credit where credit is due, man. The Mega Man they're gonna be coming out. I mean, I feel like, I know it's not got anything to do with the other, but I feel like they went ahead and NECA goes, yeah, we're not going to do any more cartoon turtle lines. So Mondo says, fuck it. And all of a sudden, all these things are coming. I know they're not related, but all of a sudden Mondo's like, hey, by the way, we have all of these things that are coming out. Aren't we cool? Like, just so much shit, dude. I mean, gotta be, if it all dropped right now, it's gotta be $5,000-$6,000 worth of shit. Easily. Just the amount of stuff they're coming out with.
I wish that Mondo was doing a 1/12 size Mortal Kombat line, not a 1/6.
Is there a reason?
Would you pay $100 for a toy?
I'm sorry?
So if they did a 1/12 scale, right? Like they're doing Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Would you pay $100 for a 6-inch Mondo Mortal Kombat figure?
For certain figures, probably.
Okay. Fair.
Like, I can tell you definitively, if they made a Human Smoke, I would buy that. It's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. And because their stuff always looks so good, I know that it would look amazing, and I would absolutely get it. Depending on the version of Scorpion they gave us and Sub-Zero, I might get those. Right? I don't know. And even at 1/6 scale, if the Human Smoke comes out and it looks good, I might have to think about it.
Fair. So
my only complaint with Mondo is the weird cell shading that they do on some of the figures. I really wanted to get into the Spider-Man line, the animated Spider-Man line, but then they put cell shading on them and they didn't show the cell shading when they did the prototypes.
Yeah, but that's more for to make it like comic or cartoon accurate, right? For the cell shading.
Yeah, but the cell shading just kind of took me out of it. I'm like, yep, that's the end for me.
Well, they did the same thing with that Venom that they made. It was a lot of crazy cell shading.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so the symbiote Spider-Man was the same. Like, it just, that stuff kind of ruins it for me. I don't need to see that.
Bro, this Michelangelo, I love and hate it. Like, it catches like the emotion, the character. I love it, but something about the face, maybe it's the angle, just looks like he ran into a fucking wall and he's squished in the front. And it might just be the angle of the picture, but it looks great. Like the figure itself looks insane.
So my only beef would be,
like
there's a little too much Michael Bay going on there with the accessory bullshit he's wearing.
Okay.
So like all the wristband stuff and the different color knee pads and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I get it. You know, there's not only one rendition of Mikey, and it's very hard for myself, like a diehard fan, to like accept the other versions that come out, you know. But I feel like they just go a little too far. There's a little too much artistic freedom when it comes to Mikey. For some reason, they just want to go over the top. And so, yeah, I could do without some of the little things. It's not a bad figure. I'm still going to get it. But there's just little things that, you know, don't do it for me. That's badass. That face mask for Raph is great.
So the story that they're going with.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So go back one screen. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Well,
I'm going to assume that is
for those who might not see it. It's
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we are on Spotify and shit now. It's the turtle communicator, or the foot communicator, and it's got like a hologram of Krang coming out of it, like a 3D hologram. So go ahead.
And I think that's cool because I don't think we've ever had anything like that with any of the toys, and that is a very cool feature. I like that.
Because everything we've had is just like the picture on the communicator,
right?
Not an actual.
Yeah, I think that's rad. That's a cool idea. But leave it up to Mondo.
But that's
he's got cloth goods, man. Look at that shredder.
That shredder looks fucking insane.
He does look a little bit medieval-ish or ancient Japanese, I guess you could say. But I'll take it, man. Samurai. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's cool, though. I'll take it just the way he is.
So the idea is that after Turtles 2, and he gets crushed by the pier, or the dock, or when it falls on him, that a portal opens up to Dimension X, and he gets over there, and they heal him, and then he comes back as this.
It sounded like you said Shredder comes back as a fish. I'm like, that's so weird.
I mean, it could be a fish. I don't judge what people claim to be. It's not my reality.
I like the creativity of the armor here they put on Raphael. I'm not a huge fan of that they're using any armor, but it's what they did to make the armor looks cool. You know,
and I like the story they're giving for why he's like that, though.
Wasn't it Night Watcher type shit?
Well, yeah, because in this world, so for those who might not be aware, the idea of what they're doing right now is that Mondo's toy line, it's their universe, but it takes place after the second movie, and as if this is the continuation of the story. They got permission to basically use the second movie as their starting point, and this is what they're doing of what they feel the movie, what the third movie would have moved to, in this type of universe. So Casey Jones is injured. That's why Raph has his mask, because Casey Jones is out of commission at the time.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the armor because he's taking over Casey Jones's vigilante aspect. And he's running the streets doing all that shit. So he's armored up to be protected.
That makes sense, because I mean nobody would, be able to tell the difference between a giant fucking turtle and a guy who's a skinny cat with a hockey mask running around. Should be,
Exactly. Which anybody who knows the turtles, obviously they're turtles, they got shells. So having rubber fucking guards on your chest where you have your bottom shell doesn't make a lot of sense, but I mean, like I said, it looks cool. I like that it's tires and shit.
So yes, NECA King, you did hear correctly. There is a Bebop and a Rocksteady coming out in 27, along with a Foot Soldier. I don't know that there's any more images other than the ones that we saw.
Yeah, they showed pictures there's nothing in here that they've shown you, but it's on the they had like a presentation. So they showed off a bunch of stuff there. It's really showed like the People Busters for Ghostbusters. They showed Bebop and Rocksteady. There was something else for Turtles they showed too. I don't remember what the fuck it was.
Yeah, there's where is it? So there's the only image that's here is
Here,
not very good.
I'll back out.
Let me see if I can pull this up where you can actually see it decently. So he's attached to somebody's Facebook. That's the other problem. It's from Toy Shiz.
Oh, good old Toy Shiz.
So let's see. Let me see if I can share this really quick. And they have the Bebop and Rocksteady image too. They just, I don't know. They probably took the best image they could based on the distance they were from the picture.
Right.
But everybody see that?
Yeah, can you like zoom in on your screen at all?
I don't know if I can zoom in anymore for that. No.
Okay.
That's just the image.
Well, see, I hadn't even seen this image yet, so.
But pretty cool. I mean, it's if it looks anything like what's here, I mean, I do think it's kind of cool if you look at the accessory, what do you want to call that? The little henchmen or whatever the fuck they are, the little robots that are coming along with it.
Right.
I think it's cool. They're all from the game. So the Roadkill Rodney, the Mouser, the freaking Scorpion thing is from the arcade Turtles 2, the arcade game for the regular NES that you play.
Right.
And then you have the little flying, I don't know what the fuck those things are called, but the flying ones or whatever that, shoot at you and you get pissed off, you got to jump kill them. And then the little ones that fall from the sky and then they split, they're like an egg. And you get to fight those individually. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. Everything in that image is from the game.
So,
or one of the games. So I think it's very cool.
In previous casts, I've been very vocal about companies making an action figure and giving you a crap load of accessories that just fucking pushes the price up and it's stupid, right? But when you give accessories like this, I'm with it, because it's not like you're giving me fucking 15 hands and little daggers and stuff. Like, no, you're giving me a Mouser, a Roadkill. Like, you give me essentially characters, little robots, at least something that makes sense, not just a bunch of fucking weapons that I don't give a shit about, or 15 slices of pizza, right? Like, I'm cool with getting accessories like that. That makes that, to me, the value go up in the price that they're gonna ask for that shit.
So the only thing I foresee happening is just like the Turtles, this thing's gonna end up being $300 plus.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of all the accessories. I think Bebop and Rocksteady are probably gonna be $350 if I had to guess.
Where's the picture for those?
I'm gonna see if I can pull those up, because you got to believe that they're the Bebop and Rocksteady are gonna have to be a larger scale. I mean, they're gonna be 1/6, but they're gonna be a bigger figure.
Yeah. That's gonna be massive.
There
I mean,
we go.
did you do a giant clawful in 1/6 scale? Like they definitely go bigger figures on the 1/6.
The clawful looks badass.
Yeah. There we go.
Now they're not showing accessories, but that probably was just like, hey, we're gonna be making these. I don't think it was meant to show anything else.
Yeah, no, it's just like an announcement tease of renderings. So,
but I think it's great.
I'll give it this. Like they're amazing. But when they started talking about they were going to the whole, our world is after the second movie, but it takes place after, so we're taking it as if second movie ended, and this is where it continues on, right? So when they gave us that that's what they were doing, and then they're like, we're going to be doing Bebop and Rocksteady, I got kind of scared because NECA wanted to do the whole Bebop, Rocksteady, Jim Henson style, movie style, and those things did not look good. So I was kind of worried about Mondo doing it also, and what their take on like a realistic Bebop and Rocksteady would be in a more realistic style. But those things look killer. Like they did it absolutely right.
So for anybody that can't see, the NECA King was like, at some point I have to decide what's more important, my marriage or owning all these Mondo figures. And I really, really like some of these Mondo figures. I can't say that that's not a good dilemma to be in. Yeah, that's good shit.
Man.
But
Mondo's got a bunch of. They're really like they have a bunch of lines I don't care about, but even though I don't give a shit about the lines, like just seeing what they're offering, they are coming in hard with a lot of shit.
So that was kind of my thought process was, you know, they came out swinging, man, and I can't like, and I'm probably just, you know, speaking about something just purely coincidental, but I almost feel like they were like, okay, we know this is going to happen with NECA. Let's come out as hard as we can right now. And so all of these things are coming out, these badass turtle things that people are anticipating, they're going to want to spend their money on. And
you have to ask Mickey King, we want to know, do you really, really like your wife? Joe's asking.
But if you think about it, it's like, okay, if we don't get any more NECA, and I'm totally speculating because they never made any definitive statement other than the Toon line was going to stop for now. So let's say they stop everything. Let's just speculate. If they stop the entire line of NECA, they don't make anything the rest of the year, that leaves collectors with a fatter pocket to be able to afford one Mondo. Because Mondo's not out there putting out 35 figures and 35 variants. They're putting out one of everything with the exception of they did 3 Super Shredders. They did 3 variations of Slash and 2 variations of
in the their soft vinyl figures.
Yeah. But they're not doing 35 of the same figure in the same pack, just different way or something like that. And they're putting out a nice quality toy. And so these 6 scale turtles, yeah, it was $300 for Don, but they didn't give me 6 times where I could have bought Don. And then tell me it's something different. It's just Mondo's going to put out the one figure, and then as collectors, you can put your money aside because by the time the next one's ready to come out, you'll have the money again to buy it because you're not buying 15 figures waiting for the next one to come out.
Because I think this is getting into that realm where we've discussed before about do you want to have a bunch of figures or do you want to have the one definitive figure? And right now, I mean, you could argue the styling of the Mondo ones. Maybe it's not your preferred style, how the turtles look, which is completely fair. But they are shooting for like the definitive version of the turtles and the henchmen, and like that's what they're going for. Is that they're not going to give you a bunch of variants. They're just getting the one definitive. You're good to go. You got it.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm out on the turtle line. Because they are very cool, but they are not the turtle design or look that I would want. So I'm perfectly comfortable saying, oh, yeah, no, that's cool. I get why people like it, but I don't have to like it. Whereas, like with real Ghostbusters, like we've said before, that's the definitive version of a real Ghostbuster. So it's kind of like if you're a Ghostbusters fan, that's what you got to get if that's what you're looking for.
The way I'm looking at the Mondo turtles, it's all about price point, right? And scale, because I don't collect that scale. But that price point, I have other stuff I do collect that's much smaller and cheaper, which I much prefer getting in bulk versus one piece of quantity. So I'm just going to treat it like a piece of art. I can go to the museum to see the Mona Lisa. It's a beautiful painting. I ain't going to buy that bitch. So I'll just go to Tony's museum and enjoy the Mondos there.
But they'll all be in a box. You won't enjoy a damn thing. You'll just see a box. And probably it'll never move out of the cardboard shipping box.
It's possible, but I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Tony. I know you open all your quarter scale figures. I feel like when Tony gets these Mondos, he's talked about doing the DTOS and everything. I feel like the DTOS would get the open Mondos in them because they look fucking killer.
I have considered many times getting DTOF cases, more DTOF cases, and that thing's more of a statue to me than it is an action figure of any kind in any way, shape, or form. They're just
Donatello?
The Mondos, yeah.
Yeah.
I've said before, and I'll say it again. I wished I would have known about Mondo years ago. When I got back into collecting and having adult monies to be able to do that kind of thing. I had no idea Mondo even existed in that caliber, because I would have probably, like I said before, I probably would have never jumped on the NECA wagon unless I got bored. You know what I mean? I would have probably stayed with, and it's probably a little bit influenced because I've had them for so long now, but I would have stayed with the Mondos, just seeing the quality and everything that was coming out. I would have owned all the Motus. They're just, to me, they're like a hot toy that I guess, I don't know, has a little more playability. I think I've said this before. The hot toy just doesn't have playability. They're just not, I don't think they're meant to. I think they're just meant to be what it is, be an expensive ass, nice figure in your case.
Yep.
And not that these aren't, not that these are cheap, but these I could take out and mess with every so often and probably not feel as bad. You know what I mean? Like put them a couple different poses and with their accessories.
So I do think that these turtles are going to kind of be closer to a hot toy than they are to a figure, right? Like if you look at the Mondo Batman the Animated Series or Spider-Man or Masters of the Universe or whatever, those are very much premium, larger action figures, right? Like that is what they are. Where these turtles look like they're kind of walking the line between what a Hot Toys figure is and what an action figure is. And with all the cloth and stuff that you see on Shredder, I think that these are going to skew more towards Hot Toy territory than action figure territory, right?
That's a fair assessment.
I could agree for the reasons you're saying. I could agree that, but I mean, they're realistically they're Hot Toys price point, right? I don't own but the two, so is that about?
Yeah, I mean, give or take
$350,
depending on give or take a little bit depending on the type of figure. Yes.
So, and I just haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything Mondo that's disappointed me. There's right now they have, other than the price point for size, like right now they have Keldor, but he's 1/12 scale, and he's $250. I think he's $250, or even if he's $200, maybe it's $190. It's still a lot of money for the scale. He's not very big.
If he's 1/12 and if he was, I haven't looked it up. If he's 190, he must come with something else.
He comes with 3 face sculpts. One of them is his transitioning into Skeletor, which is pretty cool. He comes with a Havoc staff.
Exclusive.
I don't remember, dude. I was looking at it today.
No, I think he's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Because I don't know the characters, but what you're telling me is the guy who turns into Skeletor, right? His human form.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before his face gets burnt off. And one of the head sculpts is his face on fire, like melting.
I'm sorry, he's 115, but he is the con exclusive. But he's only 1/12 scale, so he's 6.5 inches.
Yeah,
7.5 inches.
But remember, the Ghostbusters, the individual Ghostbusters are $101 a piece.
That just seems so damn high.
It is.
But the quality, that's what you got to think about.
Well, when you get with Ghostbusters, part of the reason they said with the price point also was about the quantity, right? That they're not making, as much as I love Ghostbusters, Psycho loves Ghostbusters, even Diaz in the chat loves Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters fan base is nowhere near as big as we want to believe it is, right? So the people buying Ghostbusters are not in the mass amounts. I will wholeheartedly say that there's more people who will buy Masters of the Universe over Ghostbusters. There's just more fans for it. So Ghostbusters are like, oh, we don't make as many, so the price has to be higher because there's less amounts, and I understand that. These though, they are I think the normal figures are like in the $90 realm, and then this one, the con exclusive, has a little more. He's up into the 115. But still, it is a high price for a 6-inch figure, unless you're looking at imports. That's like normal for an import.
Look at his face though, right here. This is great.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
But I can't. I mean, soft goods or not. I mean, but and you have both sides of the sword. I mean, I can't. Nothing here screams to me as much as I wouldn't mind owning it if it was 1/6 scale. Nothing there screams to me that I need to run out and spend that money. Now, I did almost, just because as soon as the damn car came up, Ecto 1, I almost looked at the Citizen Ghost set just to have a set of busters for the car.
So
That Citizen Ghost set is nice. I mean, if you're thinking about getting the car, I'd get the busters.
Well, Tony, what you do is this, right? You could do that, and you can spend $365. Then you can put on, if you open them, which you're probably not going to, but if you were to, they have the human heads. So you can get the human Ghostbusters, right? But they'll all be in tan jumpsuits, cool, whatever. Or you could just buy the individual Ghostbusters because you can still get those at Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, but
they're
more
$101 a piece. You can get all 4 Ghostbusters in their color, real Ghostbuster uniforms, and then have them with the Ecto 1.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would make more sense because I wasn't even, again, right? I'm not a Ghostbusters guy, so it would make more sense if I'm going to have that car. I need to have the real Ghostbusters to go with it, not
You would want them in their colored uniforms,
right, not the generic ones or whatever. But the Ecto 1's going to be $1,000 piece. As soon as it comes out, it's going to sell out almost immediately. Panther sold out overnight. I was going to order Panther this morning when I woke up, and when I logged onto the website, he was already sold out.
Yeah, but that's not how Panther does things.
Was that Panther, was he the 1/6 or 1/12 scale?
1/6.
He was 1/6? Okay.
Yeah, he's, where is it? I'm trying to.
I don't keep up with fucking Mondo. And,
he's not on the first page, which is weird. Here, where is he? Panther, where are you? Here he is, right here.
Oh, that's the Flock limited edition. Okay.
Yep.
So are they going to do have they done a non-flocked one already?
Fucking look at that thing. Oh, he's a bad bitch. I don't know if they ever did a non-flocked one.
I mean, here's the thing about the Ecto 1, Tony. It's not going to go like that. They're not going to do the Ecto 1 limited edition like that. I doubt it very seriously. What they're going to do is they're going to put it up for the 2-week window like they always do, and they're going to say, hey, pre-order it during this window. And then people will pre-order it, some people won't. And then usually they'll release a version that's got like bare bones, nothing with it, and it's a little bit cheaper, and then that could sell out. Right, like they'll only have so many of those available, and once those are gone, those are gone. Those could sell out, but the first time they announce it, it's not going to sell out. It's going to be a window.
Hey Tony, did you see that poster?
Yeah, I saw the poster. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that poster is fucking sick. It's like Where's Waldo of Turtles. That thing.
I just love all the art.
Yeah.
Their poster last year was great too. Their Turtles poster last year was great.
And I just love it. This one, the fact that you have like all the worlds coming together, because you even got Kino down the corner on his scooter.
That's what I was gonna say. Yep.
Like they just did everything.
Yeah, I do like it. It's very cool. It's collab of all the characters from, like you said. I mean, just to shove Kino in there was cool, and I love how it's the Foot Cruiser. You know.
Yeah.
It's just such a cool thing. I went ahead and ordered these assholes.
Nobody likes assholes.
I have the damn figures, but I'm like, oh, I got to get their hats and shit. And what else? How else am I going to get those?
You're absolutely right. I guess there would be no other way to get those. So,
but now you got to ask yourself. Well, I got to ask myself now, what's the point of having the ones without the jackets now? Because if it's the same character, I've just got it in a different box. I might as well just sell the ones I have, but that's not going to happen because nobody's going to pay you the $100 and change you had to pay for them. because they're still available on the website. They came back up.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that.
And I wonder if they came back up because they're producing this set and it's the same character. They just threw the jacket and shit on them. So they just go, hey, can you guys make another, I don't know, 1,000 of each character without the jackets, please, so we can turn around and put those back up on the website?
During Comic-Con when these might sell out and then people can grab those too instead.
I mean, they look awesome, though.
Yeah,
I love it. Love it, man. Mondo, I am becoming one of your biggest fans. I wish I had known about you sooner. I did get the Slash, too.
Yeah, they're definitely killing it. And the fact they're even doing, I see that they're doing Mega Man also.
Yep.
Yeah, I just haven't seen any of the prototype for it.
There's pictures of it. It's going to be a squad, just like they did a Goofy movie and some of the other things. And it's going to be
one set. You get like 4 or 5 figures in it, and
it's going to be Mega Man, Rush, Roll, and Dr. Light, and then some like the little short guy. Like I don't remember his name from the show, but that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I ordered that set yesterday as soon as it went up. So
you did order this?
Yeah, I ordered it because I'm fucking retarded.
I just think the Slimer with the corn is hilarious.
Oh yeah, with the chicken or the turkey and yeah, and like potatoes. Yeah, he's just doing Slimer things. So
it's a very cool set. They did a really cool job with it. What was the one? I'm sorry, one of you just brought it up.
Mega Man.
Mega Man, that's what it was. So Mondo Toys Mega Man.
I want to say that I'm going to get the Mega Man set, but I also said I was going to get the Goofy movie set, and I didn't. I thought that Jada Toys had been making some cool Mega Man figures, but I missed on like the standard Mega Man and some of the other standard figures that I would have wanted.
Jada Toys, you should be able to pick those up pretty easily on the secondary market.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like the Mega Man toys that came out from Jada Toys, but they're, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they extremely expensive?
I think like $30.
For some reason, I wanted to say they were more, but maybe you're right. Where the hell is it? I'm looking for the oh, excuse me. Mondo Toys Mega Man. How come I don't see anything here?
Oh, and Chris, you were saying that the real Ghostbusters from Mondo are available on Big Bad Toy Store, but they are not. They are all now waitlisted.
Oh shit!
Most likely because the car got announced, and
oh well.
And they didn't have Egon. They only had Peter, Ray, and Winston.
Egon.
So
nobody. All right.
I'm trying to find the
Diaz, you got to get up to my house, man. You want to see something? That came out weird, but come on up here. I will say, my buddy Mike
is exactly how you meant it.
Diaz has been asking since the thing started about getting into the chat. Like he's been asking about hopping into the cast.
Yeah, he's got the link. He can just hop in the previous link I sent him.
I've got the power. For those that haven't been keeping up,
I'm proud of you.
The other
what?
I was saying the other Sam Hain is still available, but it's almost gone. The Halloween one is up on Mondo still.
I'm trying to find something that got announced. I'm trying to find it so I can show it up. I can't fucking find.
I ordered so Tuesday I ordered, let's see, recent orders besides all the fucking Mondo shit. I ordered the 20 or the 18-inch Kratos. I pre-ordered the 18-inch NECA art. I ordered the 12-inch Billy on the tricycle. I ordered I went back on the NECA website and ordered another order of the 4 white 2012 turtles. I think I already brought that up. I ordered Tempestra. I ordered Fortnite Shredder. I ordered Oh, the Jaws 50th anniversary.
Okay.
That
The game or the poster?
no, I have the game. It's a poster, but it's not a poster. Like there's the shark bust inside it.
It's like his like gills up coming out of the water.
Yeah, it looks like the poster front. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Um.
that's NECA's poster series. They've done Jaws, something else, and they've done Predator 2. It has
Well,
Predator 2 not yet, though.
I saw the Jaws in person, and I was like, I wouldn't mind having that. I didn't think it was still a thing. I wasn't gonna hunt it out, but it just happened to come up on the website for NECA, and I was like, all right, I can totally see myself getting that because they were selling it for 100. NECA had it for 50 still. And then I bought the. I ended up buying the 8-bit Jason. I had to do it.
Blue and purple one.
Yep. So as I'm sitting here talking about not want to spend money, I'm out there blowing the dick of NECA and buying toys.
So I can't find the fucking picture, but Mythic Legions, the 4 Horsemen. I buy like their figure obscura stuff, the Santa and the fucking all the random horror obscure shit they've done. But they also in their Mythic Legions line, they've done like a lot of skeletons. And I've been looking at their skeletons. I've got a few of them. Man, you know what? I'm thinking about doing some customizing with these skeletons. I don't need to anymore because they just announced at the show and they showed pictures. I can't find the fucking pictures. But they are doing skeleton warriors. They're bringing back skeleton warriors from the 90s and they're redoing it in their style of their figure style. They look insane. I'm going to be all over them. I know Johnny's going to be in on them too. Like, those are must-haves. I can't not get those. Like,
that was a great vintage line, and you started collecting them, or you have them all?
No, I've got everything from the vintage line, aside from I believe the motorcycle. They have one vehicle motorcycle. I didn't get.
That's what I thought. I remember a horse. So it's funny because way, and I mean way back in the day, probably when I was like 14, 15 years old. One of my closest friends, he's God rest him, he's passed away, man. He was an old man, and but he was a very close friend. And he had a toy shop called Fantastic Toys in Newport Richey, like 30 minutes south of me. And when I would go into his store, he had a wall that was nothing but 90s toys. So like Spawns, Captain Power, whatever, that kind of stuff, the Kenner Batmans. And he had a small section that was Pirates of Darkwater and Skeleton Warriors. And they were really cheap back then. And I always remember saying, man, these are skeletons. I should buy this line. They're really, really cool. I never did. But I could have bought them on card for like $7 a Skeleton Warrior. They were just so cheap, just nothing anybody was buying at the time.
Now on card, they're like $50.
They're $50, you said?
Yeah, on card, like 50,
yeah.
$60.
It's one of those things that you didn't know was going to be a cool line, and then later on, it's like, oh shit, it took off. I mean, it was cool back then. I thought it was cool. I just wasn't something I was interested in really buying. I was busy trying to buy, anything Voltron I could get my hands on. Jetfires and at the time I was real heavy into getting Spawn stuff. And shit, you can buy Spawn for $5-10 in bargain bins all day long.
Yes,
like on card if you're gonna open them.
Spawn did not retain value at all.
Does anybody know why? Like, what happened that Spawn just fell apart?
You just did too fucking many.
Was it the articulation of the toys was just bad? Because they were great when they got older, or got in the line further down the line.
So the only problem I have with Spawn is that I don't think I ever had. No, I'm sorry. I had one Spawn figure when I was a kid, and it was Violator, the fucking monster, not the fucking clown, but the fucking
Violator.
He's Violator. The clown's not Violator, I guess. I don't fucking know. I had Violator. But like McFarlane was known to have these figures with like shit articulation.
Yeah.
But in that time though, there wasn't a lot of articulation in action figures anyways, outside of what they were doing like Spider-Man. It wasn't Marvel Legends, it was what Spider-Man was before Marvel Legends. But they started like toe articulation and all that shit. But when you look at their other lines they did outside of Spawn, their Movie Maniacs and all those lines, none of those things had articulation, right? They had like a bicep swivel and they just were shit. And then they start falling apart. Like I have some McFarlane movie maniacs, but if I open them, they're just gonna fucking act like Thanos snapped his fingers and just turned to dust. Like
Yeah.
they
So
were shit.
my we talked about this before. So my Jason I had that my ex has now, he'd fallen apart. His head came off, his freaking arm came off, and we just had him standing in one pose, just like this, right, with his machete.
Right.
But just out of the blue one day, his arm just goes, and when you go grab him, it just pops off. And Freddie was like that to the point where I had to glue his arm in place. Like, like he's never going to move again, which is fine because they're more statue than they are anything, and like my pinhead, he's got zero articulation. I just got his hand up like this for the Pandora's box, but I lost the fucking Pandora's box.
But
And
really,
then-
what articulation does Pinhead need?
He doesn't, and those characters don't, because you got it, the 18-inch at least. You got to take them for what they are. They're basically statues.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be like put in these crazy poses. I've got the Beetlejuice. It's the same thing. He has no articulation. His arms are straight. You could turn his hands and you could turn his feet in or out just to keep him standing and turn his head side to side, but that's it. He's got no other articulation. Like I say that the arms would go, so you can spin them all the way around, but it's a straight elbow. He didn't move.
Yeah, the like articulation from what I remember really didn't start until Marvel started releasing those figures, and I don't remember who made them. But Chris was saying like Spider-Man. I have Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man, and Scarlet Spider.
They had like 16 points of articulation. They were like normal size figures though.
Yeah, I mean they're right up there.
Yeah, but it has the toe articulation. Like sometimes some of them, the fingers are articulated. That was Hasbro.
So do you remember the giant, like, was it 22-inch or 18-inch Spider-Man they made that was superposable? It came out the time the first movie came out.
No.
You don't remember these things? Giant Spider-Man. It had like every finger was a joint. Every little finger, you could move it any way you want. You could make him do all the poses you wanted him to do. His head had all these crazy neck joints, his freaking torso, his legs, his feet, his knees. My brother ended up making a custom one. He painted one completely black for me and made it the symbiote, black suit Spider-Man. I had the two of those for the longest time, but the plastic deteriorated so bad on these because they're superposable, right? And you moved them around, the plastic deteriorated so bad that fingers would just start popping off. Like the poor toys were falling apart. Now, if you want to get those, last I looked, they were like $300.
I was talking about the Toy Biz line.
Yeah. So what was that like late 90 or early 2000?
This was like 98, 99, 2000, around those.
Yeah, so that's what led to Marvel Legends, right? Because Toy Biz, Hasbro bought them out, and they started with what they currently have as Marvel Legends. Like Toy Biz had theirs, they did that, and then they went to Marvel Legends from that. That's what inspired Marvel Legends, was that line. And then Toy Biz went out of business.
Yeah.
So, just to double back to Hasbro really quick, and I know we're jumping all over the place, but I feel like if I don't say this, I'm going to forget. So, we were bringing up about the San Diego Comic-Con drop of the Ghostbusters for Hasbro, and how I was unimpressed or whatever. Well, their Transformer drop was even fucking worse. Did anybody else? I mean, Psycho, you probably would have been the only one that would have looked. The transparent blue.
Yeah, that was stupid.
They literally just picked 4 Transformers. They're like, all right, we need an Optimus, we need a Megatron. Let's pick these 2 fucking randos. Make them blue. That's all they did.
Translucent, yeah.
Yep. Blue translucent. It's supposed to mean Energon something. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then once again, they shit
that's
on
a lot of translucent plastic. That's
what were you saying, Psycho?
I said, and once again, they shit on Beast Wars.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I know like this is supposed to be all about Comic-Con and stuff like that, so I don't want to dive too far into toys because I know that's not your thing, but on this cast. But I was on AliExpress today, because I've been on a Robotech kick. I was actually talking to Johnny about it, and I mean, I've always been on Robotech, but I've been real like focused, and then Toynami's releasing all these cool things. They had a Comic-Con exclusive for Mospeda. They did the Cyclone bike in black with gold, and they're calling it like the Shadow bike, and it's really badass, but like, still up for like, can't order it yet and whatever. But with the Robotech pieces, so I was like, I wonder what it would take to be a rep for Kit Concepts, because they were next to Savage Crucible at Toylanta. Okay. So like Savage Crucible was set up here and Kit Concepts was next to them. And I don't know if they have any affiliation, but they were right next to each other. Their booth was interlinked. Like, those guys were together. I don't know if they're just friends or what, but they were basically sharing their booth, right? And they made all these really badass, amazing, I don't know if you guys know Robotech, but the Zentradi, the aliens, they have their own mecha. Well, this is the only company that's ever made something that looks that damn good that wasn't a model kit. Like, they have lights, they have full articulation, the characters fit inside. Excuse me. The mecha are scaled up enough where the characters fit inside comfortably, like it looks right, and they didn't spare any detail, like the cockpits and stuff. I mean, each of these things is only maybe 10 or 12 inches tall, and they're getting like $300 for one fucking battle pod. Well, the battle pods are an army builder. So you got to have at least 10 of them to fucking show a scene with, other mechs. So, I mean, you can only have one of each to represent, unless you got deep pockets. But I was saying I wouldn't mind being a rep for Kit Concepts to share and, like, sell some of those things. I'm almost equating Kit Concepts to the kind of stuff that Mondo's putting out. They're putting out really good quality and you're getting your bang for the buck, I guess is what you could say. I promised I was going somewhere with that. Oh, I was on AliExpress. So when I was on AliExpress, sorry. And I typed in Transformers just for the hell of it, because I was looking for knockoff Transformers to see what was out there. And, they make all these crazy, stupid, wannabe Megatron guns and shit. Well, I was going to say Psycho because you said Beast Wars. I had clicked on this one link because they had shown a Masterpiece Megatron.
Yeah.
And I know it's the knockoff because I've sold it before. But it's the same mold, like same shit. And I clicked on it, and I'm going through all the different Transformers they have. They had one fucking Beast War. It wasn't even Black Arachnia. It was literally looked like Optimus Primal, and he was all translucent red.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they showed off the Maximal pack because the Predacon pack had already been up for pre-order on Hasbro's website for the 30th anniversary. Well, they showed off the Maximal pack. And then allegedly one of the reps from Hasbro was saying, because in some of the Transformers groups that I'm still part of, the rep had been quoted as saying that the plan right now is for them to start releasing better Beast Wars figures and new figures as part of their Studio Series line.
So how's that going to work? Because my impression or my understanding was, well, I guess it wouldn't be Studio 86. My impression was the Studio 86 line was dedicated to strictly the movie.
No. The Studio 86 is dedicated to that. But in the stores, you have packaging that says Studio Series, right? And the Studio Series is movies, video games, and TV shows. And they have never had a Beast Wars figure in the Studio Series line. But the Studio Series line can be normal size figures, slightly bigger figures, then very large figures. And so, allegedly, one of the reps yesterday, someone was asking about, why we're not getting any more Beast Wars figures for the 30th anniversary. And the guy was like, well, it's hard to just kind of get all these figures into production when we're already doing all these other things. And the person's like, well, I guess that means we're just not going to get any more Beast Wars figures. We're not going to get a depth charge. We're not going to get we're not going to get a Rampage. We're not going to get any of these things. And the guy was like, well, right now the plan is in the future, you're going to see Beast Wars figures popping up as part of the Studio Series line. which would be interesting. If they do it, it would be interesting because some of the Studio Series line are leader class. They're very big. They cost like $80, right? $70, $80. And you could definitely have a depth charge or a rampage in that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I guess my concern would be, and I've had this concern quite a few times because Beast Wars, as far as I'm concerned, their transformations were a little bit more intricate,
yeah,
right? Because you're transforming a beast,
yeah,
a creature into a robot, and vice versa. So there's no squareness. You know what I mean? There's
yeah.
not the simplicity of squareness, and so my concern is that we're going to end up with inferior product again, like the first wave of Beast Wars.
So Tony, this
yeah.
is a Studio Series figure,
Yeah.
right? Like, and it's got angles and stuff. It's not because it's not the boxy car. It's based on the War for Cybertron game. So you see all these angles and all these intricate parts in here. So, but I mean, Studio Series comes in all different sizes, and so it's like it's not ideal, right? Like if it were me in charge, I would have had some really heavy hitters coming out for the 30th anniversary. But if they're actually going to do this, we're going to get Transmetal figures that actually have the metallic paint on them, right? We're going to get the larger figures because the Studio Series line can accommodate those.
We hope because
we hope.
Yeah, the cool thing about the Transmetals was just that the radical like metallic purples and like the chromes and the golds and like they looked really badass and like I mean hands down, man, like the two coolest ones were definitely the Optimal Optimus with the orange and the blue and then you had the badass purples that they put on the freaking Megatron.
Yeah.
You know, even though it was goofy, he had propellers and he was a, you know,
yeah.
Tyrannosaurus.
When they did Transmetal 2, it was even better. That badass Fire Dragon Megatron.
Yeah. So, and he came in the Japanese cartoon that he came in white also for Galvatron, right? Or something like that, or purple.
And then they did a special limited edition ice blue one, which was really cool. I didn't have that one, but it looked badass. Like I said, if it ends up being true and they start putting Beast Wars in with Studio Series, if they put the effort in that they put the other ones, it could be a good thing.
Yeah, if they did justice on them. Hey, what's up? What's up? You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Diaz, I didn't want to interrupt their
rant.
Their shit talking.
So Diaz, you're not a huge fan of real Ghostbusters, right?
A little bit. I got a few of the figures.
I mean, what do you think about those the Mondo Ecto 1?
That it looks really nice. That and they did the ghost version with the monster face.
Yeah.
Oh. But it's gonna be what? It's gonna be $1,000?
No,
that's what Tony's
speculating. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna hit 1,000.
I think the resale will be 1,000 plus. I think it'll be a 550 piece. I think their price point, unless it comes with like a whole bunch of extra shit that we're not seeing, which is not looking like the case in the picture. It looks like it's just the Ecto one with that front fascia. You know, little things here and there, but unless is it coming with the Ecto 3? Is it coming with the bike and the sidecar?
We don't
know.
They
didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, I thought that was just a thing by itself.
I thought that came with a different figure. I saw.
I'll be right back.
Next to a figure, I saw it.
Well, it's next to Ray.
Yeah, it's next to the Ray figure that's already out. They didn't explain how any of the stuff worked. I can't imagine them putting the Ecto 3 with the Ecto 1, but then again, I don't know that they would release it by itself. I mean, maybe they would. Maybe they'd be like, here, look, here's the Ecto 3, $150. Right? Like it'll come with ghosts or something.
You're right. It would have to come with ghosts for $150.
They absolutely would not release just the Ecto 3 by itself. It would have to come with something else because there's just I don't know that anybody would buy it without it.
Yeah, I don't anticipate being $1,000 release. I anticipating what does he do? I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. Talk about Ghostbusters. Sorry.
Okay.
So
come back. What we do to Tony? We killed him?
No, something was happening in his house, and he was starting to like yell at somebody. He's like, "You guys talk about Ghostbusters. I'll be right back."
So, Psycho, are you getting the Citizen Ghost set?
I did order it. I did order it. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, I love the real Ghostbusters look, but I'm a sucker for the Citizen Ghost look as well, right? Like I love the tan flight suits, and so the fact that we're getting that, Chris and I talked about it, and it's just I couldn't pass up the ability to have the 4 Ghostbusters fighting their doppelgangers, right? Like I think that's going to look super cool in a display.
Yeah.
Oh man.
A couple of you heard that one. Fighting the economic struggles of the collector.
Yeah, it's about what's going to happen.
I think it's cool, man. I think it's going to be it is going to be a hell of a ride between now and the end of 2027 for Mondo. I'm excited and scared at the same time for the amount of shit that's going to come out and what it's going to cost.
Yep.
So Diaz has his gears being grinded by Hasbro, I guess. Is that what? Diaz
Are they going to make a figure of you?
Because a pre-order sold out. He's mad.
Because I'm mad about Hasbro. Hasbro sucks.
What happened? What happened?
I really wanted that Tomb Raider the anniversary figure.
Oh yeah, that looked cool.
It sold out in
classified Tomb Raider.
Yeah, so I went to the Hasbro Pulse and it was sold out. Went to was it Big Bad Toy Store? It was still in stock, so I clicked it and ordered it, and it was processing, and it's like I'm on a waiting list because it's sold out before I went through.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like how does pre-sale sell out? This makes no sense. They don't like money?
Well, I don't think that was pre-sale.
Huh?
It was
I don't think it was a pre-sale. Hasbro normally doesn't do pre-sales like that for SDCC stuff. We have an allotment and here it is.
Hold on, she's not a Comic-Con exclusive though.
I thought she was.
No, I don't think so.
They don't put their Comic-Con exclusives up until after the con. It was announced and showed her off at the show.
They did show her off
weeks ago, but she's not a San Diego exclusive.
Probably that's why it's sold out, because they showed it off.
Sold out of pre-orders?
Yeah.
Which is weird because you think if it's a pre-order, just let people pre-order and then make what they pre-ordered. Like, why would you?
So I agree with that. Unless you tell them, I guess it's a limited run. Now they did say for Panther it was timed or whatever.
That's a different
thing. But I know John said when it's timed that usually you're getting something different, and then they'll re-release it again and they'll have less accessories. But Panther's not coming out with anything else unless the one they bring out next won't be flocked,
right?
And that you're paying for the flocking on the con exclusive.
So generally speaking, and this is rough to say. Generally speaking, with Mondo,
general specific,
they've done different shit. So I can only speak on what they've done with Ghostbusters. That's all I've bought from them. But when they've released each Ghostbuster, you can get the Ghostbuster by themselves, or you can get the Ghostbuster with the corresponding bad ghost, right? Those ones were the timed releases that went on for like a month or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever the allotment was. They went on for that amount of time. You could go and order as much as you want. The individual Ghostbusters weren't on a time thing. They were just up there, normal product. If it sells out, it sells out. If it doesn't, it stays up there till it sells out.
So
that's the way they do it.
When you bought your... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to tell Diaz, I just read the product page for the Lara Croft. It doesn't say limited. It doesn't say anything else. So I would imagine it's going to come back into stock. That's usually what happens through Hasbro. It'll come back to stock. It'll come back in stock.
Yeah, I got it on my Big Bag Toy Store on what do you call it? Pile of loot. So hopefully it'll show up.
So your pile of loot is stuff you've paid for? and it sits there until you hit the button to ship it.
Yeah, but I got it set up that when I do a pre-order, it sends it there. But I'm on a
Sends it-
waiting list. I don't
So
know. I never
that's
done.
a new feature that
It's a new
Big Bad
thing.
started doing. I don't know if a lot of people know about it, but they have it's like a wish list type thing for
Yeah.
stuff that they no longer have in stock. You can get on. It's not like you can have like I guess a wish list, but then they have like a wait list. If you can get on the wait list, as soon as it comes in stock, it's first come first serve on the wait list, and they'll automatically charge you and put it in your pile of loot for you or whatever that program is.
So I
So it's a
think I'm
different
on.
way of then like, oh, we just notify you it's in stock. They're like, oh, we'll just charge you straight for it and check it out for you. So it's a new feature they started doing with like the past few weeks.
Hey Tony,
Really?
Yeah,
did you see the SDCC Mondo Deadpool?
I did. I'm actually right now. I'm on the Ghostbusters thing, trying to figure out why you would want the Halloween edition Sam Hain. He literally looks like the same character, only
It is. It's just a different color, and he comes with some
fine.
extra stuff.
And he has a
Go ahead,
different
though. You're saying though about the
he comes
Deadpool.
with two different heads. So
Well, no, I just thought the Deadpool was funny because it comes with the picture of Wolverine, the Wolverine pillow, a Wolverine Funko figure, like a pop figure, and just I don't know. I thought it was funny. That's all.
Just 250 seems. I mean, it's Deadpool, I guess, and it's a 1/6 scale, but 250, man. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't. Huh?
Because it's the 1/6 scale. All their X-Men, I think,
Yeah.
are in that 250 mark.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where if you've got the rest of them, you have to own it, right?
Yeah, I would.
It just doesn't do anything for me. But I was looking at the Ghostbuster thing. I mean, I'm gonna have to make a choice at some point. I mean, if I can't get the colored real Ghostbusters set, like the colored, flight suits.
Who, Winston?
No. I mean, I would have to buy the Citizen Ghost set just to make sure I have a set for when the car comes out next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I guess I'd literally be buying the car to sell. I'm not buying it to keep. I know me.
Oh, well, then you don't need to fucking buy it.
I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I was just trying to think if it was a better way to sell it. I don't know.
So,
What do I know?
let's move on to the biggest problem, or news, or lack of news, or confusion of news to come out. And I think this is what you've been drinking, Tony. Is for NECA. Is this what
Yep.
you've been drinking tonight?
I'm not upset about it. Listen, man. I was done. I'm a completist, and I can't help it, and I'm stupid. So I will continue to buy. I am the sheeple when it comes to NECA, who will continue to buy whatever the hell they put out, even if I think it's stupid and I don't want it. I can't not have the complete line. I still haven't bought the Granny Bebop and Rocksteady, and I'm sorry. Did you have something, Psycho?
No, I was coughing.
Oh, okay, that was very loud. And then I didn't get the Choo Choo Train Shredder, right? So there's the only two things that I don't have.
So are you going for the
Shredder-
Holothon shit right now?
Huh?
Are you going for the Holothon ones that are out right now? Like the
I have them. I have them on pre-order. Yeah, I can't not do it. It's the incompleteness in me, but I'm fine with NECA Toon Line being done. I think it should have been done a year ago. Maybe more. I don't know. I can't think of what the hell they put out in the last 2 years, but when we started getting really obscure and getting too deep into the line with characters that nobody cared about, that were not relevant, that were in one episode, there's no reason to make a toy of that. That made no sense to me. People would have rather had the giant Krang, or they would have rather had the rest of the dioramas, right, for underneath to finish your sewer layer, to a place to put your characters. People would have rather had a fucking Technodrome diorama. Like, doesn't have to be the Technodrome, but if you give me a couple decks or something that gives me a little bit of the Technodrome to put my bad guys. But you didn't give us any of that. You just kept pumping out figures because assholes like me are out there buying it. So maybe I'm part of the problem. But you could have stopped at one point and just gave us support for the characters we already had.
So
And go from there. Maybe even take a thing out of Playmates playbook and say, you guys want these characters? We're going to do packs of these certain characters that are a little more obscure. And if you want them, it's going to be a pay-to-play kind of thing. You want them, you got to pay pre-order for them, and then you'll get those characters. But otherwise, we're not going to mass throw them out into the streets. They're not going to be in Target.
See, like, I had no problem with the cartoon series doing this mutant from here, this mutant from there, because I like the mutant characters. I'll take all the mutants. I didn't give a shit about the Bebop and Rocksteady's gang in human form. Like, I don't give a fuck. Big Ray, whatever the hell her name was, the other gang member. Like, I don't need any of the people. Just give me the mutants.
The pre-mutation set was a necessity. That was a necessity because you had to have an unmutated Bebop and Rocksteady. I think it was necessary based on the first.
Yeah, an unmutated Baxter Stockman.
Which,
yeah,
and an unmutated. Perfectly fine. But for me personally, I don't give a shit about human characters. Just give me the mutants. I don't care about humans. That's all. That's me.
I mean, it's fair, but
that not everybody's like
inaccurate, but fair. Yeah.
That's why I didn't give a shit about any of the dioramas. I didn't buy dioramas. I didn't give a shit about that. I wasn't gonna buy a 22-inch Krang. I don't care. But for those who did want it, I feel bad that they didn't get the shit that they were hoping for, that they feel like they deserved, or what they saw out there. My biggest issue right now is that I just want clarity as to what the fuck is going on. That's all I want. Give me some clarity. Is it done? Are you guys have you lost the license? Are you done with it? Is it on hiatus? Is it frozen? Maybe you can't get into why it's frozen, but like, just give us a clear path as to what's going on.
So,
because if you perfect example, Tony, a completist. If NECA came out tomorrow, it was like, hey guys, that's it. This is the last 5 figures. You got Tempestra, and then the other ones that they've shown, like the Savanti, whatever the hell, like those variants that are coming out. If we know that that's it, you know that your line is complete. You're good. You can move on to something else. You're finished. But the fact that we don't have an answer as to what the hell is going on, you have to kind of wait back, like, hey, they might start making turtles again in 5 months. Maybe whatever's going on, it fixes, and then I have to get back in and buy all this shit again. You can't easily move on to something else because you might get pulled right back in the NECA, and then what do you do?
So I think the problem is, and this is a serious problem, is the internet cried wolf. This came out, the internet grabbed it immediately and just said, this is gospel now. NECA's gone. NECA's not going to make anything else. I've seen 10,000. I've seen you posted every goddamn one of them, but I've seen 10,000 posts already where people are saying, NECA's done. NECA's done. What's going to happen? This, that, whatever. And I do like one of the things that you had brought up. I think one of the very last posts that I saw was basically something along the lines of, it's probably not buy. It's probably just buy for now, because there's so many things going on in the background that we're not aware of. Maybe they need to renegotiate some things, what have you. I will say that the statement he made where he said not for the foreseeable future, I'm sorry, I've been in corporate too long. I know what that means. Foreseeable future basically says we ain't doing shit right now. That is dead. That is absolutely dead to them. They're not going to produce anything else anytime soon when it comes to the Toon line. Now, whether or not that means the same for the movie line, the Archie line, whatever, we haven't had anything in the movie line for over a year and a half, a year or whatever it was, that's new. We've had regurgitations of other figures. So unless they get a wild hair up their ass to produce a character we don't have, I don't know who that would be, then I don't foresee that being anything on the pipeline. So I don't think it's going to be that. I think if anything, if NECA can manage to hang on to it, we'll continue to get the Archie lines, the Mirage, what have you. We'll get more of that. But that would probably be about it if they're allowed to even do that. And then you got the speculations about Super 7, right? So people are talking Super 7's dead in the water. They might be, because I just got an email today from Super 7. Are you guys on any of that shit? Like, you subscribe to any of those? So no, I got an email from Super 7 today, and they were like, get them while we still have them. And it was every single 2012 that they have out right now, which is not much, right? It's 8 figures.
You mean 2003? Every
2012, huh?
You mean 2003?
I'm sorry, you're right. Yes, all 8 of the 2003 figures that they put out so far There you go. Not a boy.
Learn.
All 8 of the 2003 figures that they put out so far, they are telling people get them now while we still have them, which I'm reading into it, right? And I'm thinking, okay, they're trying to get their inventory out while they still are allowed to sell it, maybe. I don't know. I'm totally speculating in the air. And this is where the rumor mill of the internet is getting outrageous, getting absolutely spooky out there where people are speculating.
So,
yeah, and go ahead, Chris.
No, so the one thing, Tony, that you said, and it comes down to obviously different people in the companies, right? Because as history with NECA, they've lost licenses before, or licenses have expired, whatever reason. But they've always said, "Oh, we no longer have the license for that. We can't make that. We can't do this. We no longer have the license." Like they've been usually very communicative, what the fuck you want to say about it, but they usually are open, transparent about if they've lost a license or they no longer have a license. If they aren't doing that with turtles, makes me wonder, keeps me in the idea that they haven't lost the license, that there's something else going on.
Yeah,
that's one of the main reasons there that I think that there's something else going on because they haven't just flat out said, "Oh, we lost the license."
And I told Chris that I read this post online. I couldn't go back and find it, but it was essentially from like a business perspective. And there are people that were business majors and everything that are talking about how corporate works. And that
Are you dying?
no, for some reason I don't know what's going on. It just started. Anyhow, that the Mattel licensing came after the purchase when Skydance Media bought Paramount, Viacom, Nickelodeon all as one entity. They're the ones that put the Mattel license in effect, right? Like selling the rights to the Ninja Turtles to Mattel. But people were saying that normally when an acquisition like that happens, the new owner pauses all of the other licenses, right? They stop them, they pause them to go back through and see whether or not it's going to work for them or whether or not they're going to sever those things.
Yep.
And so people are speculating from what Chris said, like, oh, well, for the foreseeable future, because they have a window of time that they can pause and say, okay, we're reevaluating everything and let's try to renegotiate. Or they can just say, yeah, guess what? We're just canceling all this stuff. But it wouldn't behoove the new owners of Paramount to just cancel lines, right? Like, unless they can find another company to pick that stuff up, why are they going to take that revenue away from one another?
So you're absolutely correct. So I don't know how it works with the toy world, but business is business, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so my company's been acquired twice that I've been privy to, right? So we've been acquired twice and fallen under different umbrellas. We've been public, we've went private. It's happened back and forth. It's about a year. It's about a year of what the fuck before contracts are signed, before things are agreed upon, and then it literally changes in the vicinity of like a week to a day. It's like, hey, by the way, you guys can make toys again, and you could literally see where it's been total silence, and then NECA will go, hey, next week coming out is this toy. They anticipate they're going to be able to sell again, so they stockpile and then they have all these releases set up for the next year. But it absolutely, so they say foreseeable future. Again, in corporate world, that is, we ain't doing shit. But to Psycho's point, he's absolutely correct. If something like that is going on behind the scenes, it absolutely can be a solid year of silence out of NECA for the Turtles line. Doesn't mean they're done. Doesn't mean they don't get to do them anymore. It just means for the next year, NECA is not even going to like talk or do anything about it because they got to work on their negotiations. We may not be able to do the line anymore. We might be able to do the line. We don't know. And instead, we just need to tell fans we're on a hiatus right now. We're done.
And then add in another variable to this, right? Besides this whole what are the fucking words you guys are using?
Acquisition.
Thank you.
Or behoove. That one was good.
That was a good one. I've been drinking, so don't mind me. But another variable to add into that we don't know the details of is the lawsuit from Playmates.
Yeah, that's true too.
Once that hits, things are going to throw. So like, oh, now how much they own? Now they want to change. Like, there's so many variables right now. Like, we don't know
And
what
so,
the actual reasoning is.
and
It's
I wish
gossip.
we had. I wish we had an actual, just better understanding from somebody. Like, this is what's going on, so we know how to move ourselves.
yeah, and allegedly, and again, this is all speculative, right? But there's other things going on. So when Skydance Media took over Paramount, who owns Viacom and Nickelodeon, they like cleaned house and got rid of all those executives to try to immediately trim the salaries down because of how much it cost them to acquire, right? So people that could have answered those questions about, hey, what are we doing with this? What are we doing with that? Are gone. Now they have other people that are researching that, which is part of the time. But also, what people are saying is that Skydance is not concerned at all about these other licenses and contracts because all of their focus right now is on acquiring Warner Brothers, right? Because they did the hostile takeover. Netflix was going to buy Warner Brothers in DC, and Paramount kept coming, like Skydance kept coming back. No, we want to, we want to, we want to. And now it looks like they're going to get it pending FCC approval. And like that's all they're worried about. They're not looking at any of the other things because they're putting all of their effort into acquiring Warner Brothers in DC, and then they're going to figure stuff out, right? So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And I told Chris earlier, I'm fine with the 87 tune line being done, right? Like,
Yeah.
Tempestra, the only other figure that we would have needed was Lord Dreg from the Red Sky seasons, but that wasn't even a necessity.
I was, and just to go off of what Psycho's saying, because I'm honestly good with NECA really finishing Turtles altogether, right? Because I mean, there you could say, all the little small characters in the comics, like there you could pull out random characters to do, but they've done really anybody I could possibly want, right? Like they've done it. The only thing that's going to bother me, and I know I mentioned in the chat and you guys agreed, is with the 2012 line and not at least having an April O'Neil. Because I feel like if we had an April O'Neil, at least that would round out the set for the 2012s. Because it's going to be just a glaring.
I agree.
Missed one. Like, oh, how can you have Metalhead and not April?
Yeah.
It also doesn't.
NECA for that. I can't say, oh, NECA should have known. They should have made April instead of Metalhead. Like, it's not their problem. They may have just gotten email, guys, stop fucking making toys, and now they're done until future notice.
So
right?
it doesn't mean she hasn't already been produced, and that they hadn't show her at the con, right? But it doesn't mean, or maybe they're in the stages where it's like, okay, we don't have enough to show people, but we have her. We haven't built the prototype yet. We've got everything ready.
Right.
And maybe they build the prototype, they rush her out, and by the end of the year, you've got your April. Not saying that they will, but it's still a possibility. They have the rest of the time to do it.
Yeah.
They're telling you we're done. There's no more tune.
But what else? I mean, what about, because they showed Slash a couple months ago from the 2012 line, didn't they? They showed Slash. Like,
it's not the 2012 line. It's from the Mutanimals or whatever the hell it is.
No, it
was the Slash.
They showed Slash in 2012 at Toy Fair.
No, wasn't it? We pulled up that picture. Wasn't it the same where Leatherhead was the Mutanimals? Didn't we do this last time?
No, the Leatherhead is from the comics. The Slash was from the 2012 line.
Here, hold on. I can't prove myself wrong until I pull it up. Psycho, you can't Google as fast as I can. I'm just kidding.
I mean, Dead Air though is great. So yes.
Circus Afro.
But like that's the only thing that if NECA is done, like they can't make any more.
Oh, Mega Man. Sorry.
They do lose a license, whatever it is. The fact that if there is no April, that would be the only glaring hole in the collection, I feel, would be that.
NECA announced the Slash action figure as part of its expanding Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 animated series line, which was slated for rollout following initial showcases. So,
Right, so you're wrong.
But I mean, yeah, they did show it. Like that would have been great. But even then, I could be without him, even though it looked awesome.
Hmm.
But April's like the
Hmm.
one that you need. Like
Yeah.
April's part of
What?
the team. You know.
What's that?
I mean, we'll see what happens. But NECA also, but NECA's been coming out with some crazy shit as well. Tony, did you see like the kaiju thing that they're doing?
Which one?
It's
Is it the McDonald thing?
the McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah.
It's not McDonald's, but it's McDonald's.
But it's
It's
made
a
by.
kaiju and a robot. You didn't see this fucking thing?
No, I'm having feline difficulties. Sorry.
Wait. There you go.
Oh.
But so I don't know what next got going on. But they're doing a bunch of like import style stuff. So they have like those samurai horror guys coming out, and then they've got this.
I'm not a big fan of that.
McDonald's that apparently. No.
No, the samurai horror guys.
weird.
I get it. I don't hate them, but it's not in my repertoire. I like horror, but that doesn't do it for me. It's a weird combination.
Here we go. It's in here. I don't know. I think they look cool as shit. It was something really unexpected compared to all the stuff they've been doing with horror. It's getting kind of repetitive, especially with 17 the clowns, 15 Pennywises. Trying to see if I can find the McDonald's.
I do find it kind of weird. It seemed like Comic-Con was McFarlane and Mondo. Does that kind of seem accurate to everybody else?
McFarlane?
Yeah, McFarlane put out a bunch of shit.
What the hell did they put out? They're losing their biggest line.
We're finally getting Wildcats.
Oh yeah, they did show that.
We're getting Wildcats, a bunch of DC shit. We're getting video games. They're doing more God of War, which, I mean, please stop. Like, go back to good God of War. I do have, if you guys got a second, I do want to show that Cobra Khan figure for Mondo.
Yeah, bring it up.
This thing's fucking wild. God damn it, it's cool. So, look at this thing.
Holy crap.
I mean, god damn, he looks good.
That thing looks sick.
Right down to his claws, right? Like how like crazy this is. I mean, there's just so much freaking detail, man. Look at this. There's other snakehead.
And I've said it before.
You what?
I've said it before, and I'm not taking away from what other companies do, because obviously anybody who's making and sculpting these toys are artists, right? But when you have a company like Mondo, where it seems like everybody that works there is some type of artist, and they get that freedom to do this is what you get. Like amazing pieces of artwork.
Yeah.
I won't buy any of that shit, but they look awesome.
Like that Merman, these are the ones that came out, what, right? They're sold out. These are the ones that came out a couple of years ago, 112. This was probably just to fill their booth space, if I had to guess. I mean, look at that damn fire armor Skeletor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking phenomenal, dude. And I wish, I mean, I don't have them, but like this, right? These are the 1/6 scale. God, I wish I'd have known about these. I would have got in from ground zero. I'd own all those 1/6 scale figures. They're badass, but I can't touch them now. They're just way too expensive. It doesn't make any sense. There's 1,000 other things I'd rather own before that, you know, for the price point. But
I can't even find it. I'll send it to you when I can find it. It's a McDonald's or whatever the fuck they call it. It's like McDonald's with a W instead of an F.
I keep hearing
did
McDonald's.
see-
Am I wrong?
With,
I
with
did
McDonald's?
see it. It is McDonald's, but it has to do with McDonald's. It's like it's based
Yeah,
off like an
McDonald's,
anime.
like so overseas, this place has done like it was a bunch of episodes on YouTube or something, and
Yeah.
McDonald's has started themselves like promoting it and like they approve of it. So like it wasn't originally with McDonald's, it was like a parody of it, but McDonald's like, yeah, no, we're going to support this. But they're making NECA's making it's a kaiju type Godzilla esque figure, and then a robot, and they're fighting over a McNugget and the sauce for the McNuggets. Like it's ridiculous, but they look cool.
Okay. Yeah,
Excuse me.
I just looked it up. It's an official McDonald's promotional campaign started in 2024.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a parody thing with anime, but it's part of their thing. There's 4 short anime, and I guess they're making figures of those.
That is
But then
hilarious.
NECA's also doing a whole like so the same company that are doing those the samurai
Also,
horror with, like they're doing a
NECA
bunch
is
of different things like that now.
NECA is doing some I don't know. I grew up with Mazinger Z.
Zinger Z, yeah.
So NECA is doing figures of that. But they're from a new series called Mazinga Go, I think it's called. And NECA is starting to do figures of those, which are really stylized. But I don't know. They look cool.
And you can't forget about Powder Toast Man. Like, who doesn't want that?
That thing.
Yeah, that's from Ren
badass.
and Stimpy, right?
Yeah. Powder Toast Man.
Which makes me wonder, what do they have licensing there? Are we gonna start seeing fucking NECA Ren and Stimpy figures?
Those what is it? DuckTales
The
figures
DuckTales, those look great.
Look great.
That's a while ago, though. Didn't we get that announcement like 3-4 months ago?
But they actually had the whole wave there, and then in the background, there's some Easter eggs and potential hints at upcoming figures as well.
I would assume we'll get some Beagle Boys.
One of them was a wanted poster with one of the Beagle Boys on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So,
We need some Darkwing Duck figures.
That'd be cool too. Do I get to use the same launch pad through like 3 different series? Because he just somehow makes it across them all. Do I have to keep buying launch pad in a different box?
So, before we get out of here, was there anything else from this con that stood out to you guys? There's a bunch of shit. I can't think of everything. I try to push it together, but
no, I mean, again, man, hats off to Mondo. Whoever the hell is upping their their advertising or what have you, man. They saved everything up. San Diego Comic-Con came out and they said, fuck it, hold my beer. And anything and everything they could put out, they did. And I am not upset about any of it. None of it to me is like, it's okay, or it's this or it's that. Everything that they put out has been a nice product. And I guess back to your point, Chris, when you've got honest to God true artists that are making these toys, they're 99% hit. It's just hard to find anything that's mediocre about it or
like I said, because even their lines they're doing that I don't care about. Like they had that one say over the hedge or something, some weird thing.
I bought the Rocco's Modern Life set because they were so fucking spot on looking.
Right. Like they do things that I don't even know what the franchise is, but they look awesome. Like they just look great. I don't even know what the IP is, but it looks awesome. Like, and that speaks for what they're doing. Because Human Turtles, they look like shit. I'm not going to buy them. But if you're showing me something I have no idea what it is, I'm fucking clueless. But it looks great. That just shows what they're doing is top notch, at least, or to take something that you don't even know and make you think about buying it.
Yeah,
I agree that their art and their posters and all the kind of stuff put out, that shit's awesome. And then they make those vinyl style figures like they did the Turtles, they do Kaiju and Godzilla. That's like a big thing for them. Yeah. And those all look awesome. The multi different color ones, you know, you got to be a fan, but they look cool. There's nothing that they're putting out that I'm like, it's whatever. And then they put out the figures. And the figures, every figure, even if you don't care about the series, it's just done so damn well. It's like intoxicating.
But even fucking what they did Daria. I don't give a fuck about Daria. They looked great though. Nobody likes Daria, but people bought them because they look good.
Yeah, they got great sculptors there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They really do, man. Whoever's in charge of advertising or research and development or what have you for Mondo, I mean, fucking hats off to these guys because they're killing it. They're absolutely.
But it's also that's what happens when you get fans doing stuff too, right? So you figure the guy who's doing the real Ghostbusters, it's the same guy that 2 years ago. Do you remember? Like 2 years ago, it was fan creation.
Yeah, he did the renders.
Yeah, the fan renders of what real Ghostbusters could look like in 6-inch toy form. And it came out around Halloween, and the internet blew up about it. But then it was like, oh, it's just fan created. You know, it had Kylie from Extreme Ghostbusters. It had the Egon from the Fright Features. It had like a replaceable fucking tie because it's always broken. So you had like the broken tie option or whatever. To find out that the fan who made those, he works for Mondo, and he's the one who's now running the line. He pitched his fan theory to them. They're like, yeah, no, let's do it. And they got the approval. And now he's the one in control of it and doing it. Because he's the top sculptor doing it because he's a fan of the franchise. When you have fans doing it, you get also a different level of love and care for what you're getting.
I didn't know. Oh my god, I feel so stupid now.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I'm just kind of going through looking at the IPs, right? All the stuff that they have. You don't realize how much shit Mondo has had their hands in.
A lot.
And it's all stuff that just like, you know, they would do it justice. What did they make for Jurassic Park? Okay, that's just funny looking. But I mean, they're freaking like Iron Giant is one of my favorite things. Yeah, those are all. I mean, God, everything they have is sold out. Do they just make minimal quantities or what?
Oh yeah, so till recently, most of Mondo's stuff was very fucking limited. It was like art, like 100 pieces, like very limited art runs. They've only started getting into the mass numbers within the past couple of years, and they kind of changed their company standards, where they've been doing a lot more quantity. But before, yeah, no, you'd have 100, maybe even less than 100-piece runs of stuff.
So it's all kind of like borderline made to order type things.
Not even. It's you got 100 of them. When they sell out, they're gone.
Yeah, they have like, looks like Masters of the Universe and Godzilla seem to be their major ones. They have 81 Godzilla items and Motu not so much. Like, so right now I'm on here looking at 6-scale Motu. Huh?
They make the Safubis, the soft vinyl type thing.
Yeah.
The stylized, yeah.
All they've got left in stock, 6-scale Skeletor. They have Keldor, obviously. The Goddess. She looks great, too. 6-scale Tila. They still have that Scare Glow. And then everybody else is completely fucking sold out. It's crazy.
So, Psycho, did anything else stand out to you at this con?
Nope.
Cool. And then, what about you, Diaz? I know you came in late to the conversation, but anything that we haven't talked about since you've been here stand out? Or
No. Just those figures I talked about, the Mazinger Z, that it's NECA's, like, I think they're just getting different IPs because they're losing that TMNT. They can't do some. So they just, I don't know, they're stretching it now, getting those weird IPs, but they look good, so they might sell.
Yeah, that's curious to see where it all goes. Curious to see what else, if anything else gets, shown off tomorrow. Because tomorrow's like one of the last days where they really start, dropping more stuff. There was a bunch of wrestling stuff, but I know the wrestling fans don't come to this channel a lot, so I've been sending that stuff to Psycho and our friends who do. Like, there's a lot of interesting wrestling shit coming out. Like, there's crazy stuff. spot. And Joe mentioned here earlier, I just want to shout it out before we do close off the night, that the first episode of Silent Frequency podcast that Joe and I are doing together
So
will
weird.
will be coming out tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Will be the first official launch of the show. And just want to throw it out there. So people who are interested in the paranormal side of things, UFOs, Bigfoot, and all that fun shit,
Yeah, that's weird.
you don't like that shit.
Would have been cool if there was a horror one maybe that people could have done with a very similar
we're
name.
working
But
on it. I'm down to work on it.
It would have been cool if there was a
Exactly.
video game one that people could have done.
Go for it. Fuck video games. So, hey, look, it's Jeff.
he built it.
This thing is freaking awesome. Look at the teeth.
He's fucking adorable. Oh, he smiles. Oh, he bit you. Oh, his eyes roll back.
What just happened? So, thanks for everybody for coming out. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Join us Tuesday night at Drinks and Toys, where we'll go over whatever else gets shown off and then other nonsense that pops up. Because I imagine, besides the potential reveals the next couple days, there will probably be other bullshit and drama and news in the toy world that we can cover. So Tuesday will be a fun one. And then I haven't decided what movie yet, but I feel like next week should be a watches episode.
So I gave one. I gave a recommendation. I would encourage you to go back and watch it. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, let's do it. I know Cycle will be down, so let's do it. So next week, we'll announce it right here, right now. We're doing Collector's Hideout watches, Batman 1989.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I honestly haven't seen that probably since early mid 90s. I was young.
I am so excited for some of the things you just don't realize when you go back and watch it. Like I'm watching it and I'm just like, oh crap, I forgot about that. Oh crap, I forgot about. And then you pick up on, whenever you watch a movie, there's always the foreshadowing,
right?
And you go back now and you're like, oh, it was so goddamn obvious. Like the foreshadowing for what was going to happen is so cool.
So, and apparently Joe says Tony's cat's butthole deserves a podcast as well. So we'll work on that.
He's right. Cats and
podcast
dongs. I'm in. We'll call it cats and dongs.
Cats and dogs.
And with that, I'm out.
So catch y'all next week. Join us. Like, subscribe, all that. Share shit around. Thanks for coming out, guys. And then do a hard
No capes.
fuck.
See ya.
I hit the button.